Hello YouTube fans, here again. And I remember doing this before. That being the good, the bad, the ugly. Did a damn good review of it, did everything. What happened? What happened? By accidental reasons, I removed it. You know, accidents happen. And it pissed me off. So I figured I'll do it again. Hopefully do a better review. Hopefully do a good justice review as what I did the first time. And hopefully I won't bloody lose this one. That being the dud, the bag, the udder, starring Chin Eastwood, Levi Warner, and the Van Chief. Now, I don't like these. As we all know, Lim Van Chief sadly passed away in 1989. May rest in peace. Same as Levi Warner sadly passed away in 2014. May he also rest in peace. So it's kind of sad, really, that the only main star of the film is Chin Eastwood. Now, some people say that this was sort of like the third outing of the trilogy, The Man with No Name. If you all know, The Man with No Name was Fistful of Dyers, and then he did the foil one for A Fistful of Dyers More, which, funny enough, starred Lee Van Chief in that. So I don't really trust this being the third outing. I think this was more of its own movie. And everybody knows the good, bad, and the other. Everybody knows it. And Spaghetti Western Skull. This is a cult classic. You all know the theme tune, you know. La 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 la. Everybody knows the theme tune. And I love the music in this. The same one that giving us the music, whether it would be the same music for A Fistful of Dyers, for A Fistful of Dyers More, and also did the same music for Once Upon a Time in America. Did the music to this. They also, I think 2 days later, they did the music to I'll go out in one day. Once Upon a Time in the Wild West. So it's a beautiful story. Everybody knows the music. La 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 la. Everybody knows the music. And you get that as an opening. And I always forget how predictable this film was. People want to say, boot, boot, it's a potato western. Not really, because when you think about it, nearly at the middle, nearly at the end, you get the 18th century, the war, what was going on in that era of the 18th century, you know, tannins, the Pacific War with the whites, the blues, and all that. You know what I mean? It's a very predictable war when you think about it in that era. But you get the date opening. I love the bit where you get a story, you get Levi Warner, and you get the word Ugly in Italian. We always forget that Jetty Westerns was done in Italy. Then you get the one who's the bad guy, played by Lee Van Chief. And when you think about it, this was very violent when it come out on TV, but when it was on TV, like most films, effing cut. It was only when I saw it on DVD, we got to see it in its uncut form. I think, right, there's a few scenes that was timmed down when it was on TV. There was a woman, right, got the story short, a woman. And you get the idea she's been raped. You don't actually go into detail, but you do get an idea. And if that's not bad enough, she's been raped. She walks in the room. Lee Van Chief sees her. He literally batters the shit out of her. I think on the TV one, he only slaps her once or twice. On the uncut version, he literally fucking slaps her stupid. He literally lays into her. So he doesn't ask about it. Well, I've got how fight and this was, this Spaghetti Westerns went, but he's still a good one. And it's one of them. It's one of them. If you don't like westerns, bang bang, you're dead. You've seen one, you've seen them all. This one is a very good one because it does have a good story. And it's one of them, you've got to watch it from beginning to end, or you don't get the gist. And I do love Clint Eastwood in it as Blondie. So you've got Clint Eastwood in it, right? And his character's Blondie, and you've got Levi Warner, and you've got the idea of the con artist. I love the bit where he gets snapped and he dies giving Levi Warner a load of shit, and he says, What? You can't even read. And it's funny because you got a picture of him. But I love the bit where he shoots the rope, and then I think Clint Eastwood gets pissed off and fucks him off. But like I say, it's a lot more timmed down. I think there's a scene where Levi Warner gets battered on the TV one. In the uncut one, he gets tortured. This big guy tries to scalp his eyes out. Doesn't go that route, I'm happy to say. And there's a lot more violence in it. So you do get some of the characters that appeared in the Fistful of Dyers and for the Fistful of Dyers more. And as like I say, I like the music. I do. You can now get a version where it's a director's cut, whereas a few extra scenes it was not in the theatrical, which I kind of like that. The only issue is some of it's dubbed, and there's a bit where Clint Eastwood is on the wagon, you hear him talking, and you can tell it's not his voice. And I always wondered to myself, I wonder why did it not just have Clint Eastwood in a room redub his voice if it was only in Italy? Because we all know Clint Eastwood, he's too alive, he's too kicking, he's the only remaining character in the good, the bad, the ugly. But I always think that, in all fairness, Levi Warren made the film. Even though Clint Eastwood, he got his name up above, we all know he's the star of the film. I think he made the film. He's funny, he's got a good humour in it, he's got ideas of bad guy, but he's funny. I mean, I also liked him when he did The Magnificent Seven, another damn good western. So there's a bit in it, like I say, Levi when he wants to get his own bar. There's one guy, I've told for the story, he gets shot in the arm and he uses his arm. That bit could have been trimmed out because he comes into it halfway and it's like to me, what's the point? But I do like the film. I mean, Levi when he wants to get his own bar, he's pissed what he's done. He goes to this shop, he buys a gun. They're relics, they're all relics. Then he gets it done. There's a bit where he tries to get, but you watch the director's cut, you've got these bandits who team up with Levi Warner, which I prefer that one because it made more sense. The theatrical one, you never knew how they come into it. But I love the bit, they try to get Clint Eastwood, and Clint Eastwood shoots them all. I love the bit where he says, your purse, meaning the bits what are on the done, the really bits. And then he shoots him again. Levi Warner thinks he gets the better, but Clint gets out of dodge. It's only halfway through the film, he gets him again, and then he makes him walk through a desert. Imagine you're walking in a desert and you think Bond is a Johnner. Then this wagon comes out of nowhere and he meets this guy. And the guy's dying. To cut the story short, he goes to get some water in his brown bed. But Bondy knows the secret. And that's what I mean. It's not just your typical bang bang, you're dead. It does have a story to it, which I can appreciate that. You know what I mean? Dad do something different than your normal Bedetti westerns, you know. So I can appreciate that. So they're basically looking for gold. This guy's told them his information about gold and he's died, and Bond is the only one what knows. And you do get the idea that Lee Van Chief, who's the bad guy in this, he already knows about this and he wants a bit of the action. So I mean, there's bits here and there. There's a bit where Levi Warren meets his brother. His brother's disgusted in his lifestyle, and they depart. And then this is the bit where they join the army, but by accident they join the wrong army. And then this is the bit where Levi Chief tortures Levi Warren. Again, some of it's a lot more violent, and so on. They get Bondy involved because they know he knows the action, but they manage to get out of Dodge. They end up joining the other army, but I love the bit where they blow this bridge up. Because you've got a sergeant, right? And at first I thought he was a funny character and he was funny. But as I've watched this a couple of times, I get to see now that I feel sorry for the guy because when you think about it, he's got his men. And his men are dying. They're getting all shot to shit because of this bloody bids. And they can't blow it up. And you know what I mean? It's his ultimate regime is to blow this frigging bids up. So Bond there and his mate make bombs. They think, fuck it, they blow it up because the sergeant of this army gets shot. You got the idea he's dying. It's what he wants. This is what I mean. Bond is more of a good guy. Levi wants to die, would probably shoot you than look at you. Lee Van Teeth would definitely shoot you and doesn't give a shit. There's a bit where halfway in the beginning where he shoots his old guy. Shoots him, puts a pillow on his face and shoots it. There's a bit where he shoots a father and then later on shoots the son. Batters women. He's definitely not a nice guy. So, that I mean, they blow the bids up. But I do love the bit where there's running out. Levi Warrior, I love the music. You've seen a lot of ads now. They've got this beautiful, beautiful theme tune. It's hard to explain. It goes la 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 la. I'm not gonna do the rest because I'll kill it. But I do love the music in that. I also love the music where Lim Van Teef, Clint Eastwood as Bond here about to have to shoot out. And this is the one where he gets the beautiful race troll. We all remember him in for the Fistful of Tires more. He wears that race up for the last time. There's a bit where his soldier's dying and Jint feels sorry for him. He's a young lad. He knows he's a goner, so he gives him his last cigar before he dies. So I mean, it's also that Bond is definitely the good guy in this film. But to cut the story short, they're going to have a shootout, and you already know in this who's going to win. But I love the bit there. It's hard to explain. You got Levi Worry there, Lim Fanti's there. They've got the dun, and they've got this music in it, and the music just gets you going. You know what I mean? It's hard to do it. I wouldn't do it justice if I tried to hum it. You've got to see it for yourself. But everyone knows the dub bad and the ugly there. Everyone knows it. It's a total classic. So you've got that music, and it goes. How to put it? I can't do it. I can't. I wish I could. I wish I could play it. Don't want to get in trouble with copyright. But the music is beautiful. And just you Chief gets shot, and they part the ways. But I love the bit where you think Blondie's going to kill Levi Worry. He makes him put the rope on his neck. And then he rides off, but then he shoots the rope, knocks Levi Worry on his ass. You get them words again. Ugly, bad, good. This time now in English, so it's not in Italy. But I do love the bit where Levi Worry says, Blondie, you know what you are? You're just another dirty and sort of put that music to ride the word what he was about to say. And he rides off. You get that beautiful theme tune from the Dud Bag and the Udder there, you know, la 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 la. You get that beautiful bit of music. End of movie. I don't know if you get the end written in Italy, but I give it this. The Dud, the Bad, the Ugly. The hell with it. A 5-star rating. For me, a 5-star rating. It's a classic. When it comes to spaghetti westerns, everybody knows it. The good, the bad, the other. May Lee Van Chief, Levi Worry, rest in peace. Clint Eastwood is definitely the star of the film. And it's a damn good one. So hopefully this time I won't accidentally move this one. That's the dud, the bad, the other.